Hare Krishna. So we went through the entire second chapter in a Bhagavad Gita class over the last 2 Sundays actually at Slough Hindu Temple. Now in this video, let's try and get the summary of the entire second chapter. This is for those who couldn't make it on both Sundays and for those who likes a recollection of the chapter number second. So before we start the second chapter, let's look at how chapter 1 finished. It finished with Arjuna, who showed from his actions he's completely depressed, and he said, "O Govindai, I will not fight." And he keeps his Gandhi board down, and looking at the situation, Krishna starts speaking in the second chapter. So what's the acronym for second chapter? Is Gita. It's Guru, identity, two duties, and Atmarama. Guru. So in these verses, Arjuna is saying, "Oh Krishna, how can I kill Bhishma and Drona? How can I shoot arrows at that? In fact, I should offer flowers at their feet. And I feel I should give a fight and live begging." Arjuna is expressing his indecisiveness and asking Krishna, I don't know what is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. And this was the fifth reason for not fighting. And we talked about the four reasons in the last chapter. And in the verses number 6, Arjuna shows his indecisiveness. After all this confusion, Arjuna understood. In the 7th shloka, Arjuna understood, I cannot do this all by myself. Let me surrender to Krishna. He said, Shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam. I surrender unto you, O Krishna. And this shloka was the transition from two friends talking to a disciple surrendering to his master and accepting this person as a guru. So a friendship relationship changed to a guru and disciple. And this is the fundamental step in spirituality. One must approach a guru. Identity. This is verses 11 to 30. In these verses, Krishna will start speaking, and Krishna starts with countering the first argument of Arjuna of not fighting. In the first chapter, Arjuna said, how can I kill my own kinsmen? I cannot kill them. Arjuna was totally filled with compassion, and to counter this and remove this doubt from Arjuna's mind, Krishna starts speaking the Jnana. He starts giving him the technical knowledge, Sankhya. That is the knowledge of the body and the soul. He said all of us are individual eternally. We keep changing our body from childhood to youth to old age. Similarly, at the time of death, we will change the body and go to another body. Krishna also said the soul changes the body like a person changes the dress. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. And you said you're going to kill them? You won't be able to kill them because nanam chindanti shastrani nanam dahati pavaka. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, non-burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Two duties, verses 31 to 53. In these verses, Krishna is talking about Karam Kanda. Here Krishna is describing two essential duties of the spirited soul. First one is Swadharma. That is our duty towards the family, friends and society. And second one is the Sanatana Dharma, an eternal spiritual duty which comprises one's relationship with God, nature, and all spirited souls. We must execute both these duties side by side and maintain an equal balance. Here Krishna starts instructing Arjuna that don't get distracted by the flowery language of the Vedas. In fact, come above the description given in the Vedas, which are under the three modes of material nature. I hope you remember the three modes of material nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. And verses in this section are very popular, and we may have heard this a lot of time. Karmanne vadkaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma val heturbho matir sagut karmani. Here Krishna said, work without getting attached to the results. Work as a matter of a duty, but be detached from the results of your work. Atmarama. In these verses, Krishna answering further questions from Arjuna. What is the result of someone who performs such duties in determination and in an enthusiasm? Such a person becomes Atmaram, a spirited, realized soul who finds pleasure in the self. Krishna explains how Atmaram is unaffected by happiness or distress, gain or loss, honor or dishonor. A person who attains a higher taste, he can give up the lower taste. He can give the lower things, and this higher taste will come when we engage all our senses in the service of the Lord. Such a person who is controlling all his senses, what happens? Krishna said such person will get real peace. So in this way, Krishna concludes the second chapter. And I'm sure all of us have learned so many things from this chapter. And from next video onwards, let's start chapter number 3, which is titled as Karma Yoga. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.